Big up to the whole Universatile Music crew. Thank you both to Universatile Music and the Blunt Club for your sponsorship of On the Flip Side Radio.
Furious Styles doesn't incorporate just b-boys, right? I mean, you got DJ Reflection, you got Dumper, he paints, you know what I'm saying? So you've got other elements from the hip hop culture represented by Furious Styles. Who would you like to shout out from the crew, if anybody, or am I putting you on the spot too much?
Man, right now, if I was going to give a shout out like that, I really got to give it up to our Spain chapter, man.
Right.
To my brother Artis out there running the Spain chapter, mainly out of Barcelona. Right now, they've been really inspiring. I mean, you know, and it's a different situation that we're in here in the U.S. Everything's different, obviously, but they've really, you know, we're on, you know, on WhatsApps together, or we're in communication, so we're always seeing each other's work on what we're doing, and they're really doing it right now. I'm really proud of the squad that he's built together, and the way they're going about things. They stay super united, and they're just putting in that work. I mean, even for this one, this is technically the USA's anniversary, you know, because they're going on 11 years now. But they're still going to take over 5 hours of the programming. I mean, so when it gets mad late here, they're going to take over because it'll be morning for them, and they're going to do 5 hours of programming. So I'm gonna shout out my Spain chapter, man, because I'm really like in love with the things that they're doing right now, the way they're operating.
That's tight. That's what's up. Well, House, the 27th FSC anniversary. How do you last for 27 years?
Yeah, man. I don't know, maybe being a little bit naive, being a little bit romantic about the culture, you know, and then really just reminding yourself all the time of like why they, you know, the cliche of why did I start doing this, or why do I do this? I mean, because yeah, you know, there's been, you know, most of the anniversaries, I think I've said I quit after this. I'm done. I'm done after this. You know, but it's, you know, it's really those moments and those stories. I mean, besides the smiles that you see at like the anniversaries, or the people that come through the crew, you know, and some people come and go, but still like to see that process and see who and what they become, you know, is definitely empowering. The, you know, the moments of, you know, some people telling you, you know, like, man, I mean, my family don't have any holidays really that we celebrate, but the anniversary is the one holiday that we do celebrate. Like, we go to that one as a family. Or, I mean, I've had kids literally tell me, I had one time, you know, tell me that he was gonna commit suicide, and that he heard about the anniversary, and, you know, and then he was like, I don't want to die anymore. Like, so there's that kind of stuff that's like, it doesn't matter how much money I could lose $10,000 on the anniversary that year. It doesn't matter how tired you think. Those are the voices that just sit in your heart and your soul, and you're like, you know, the work is never done. You know, and I just love it. I'm a nerd. You know what I mean? You know, luckily hip hop is still pretty cool, but, you know, just like a lot of us, just a big hip hop nerd. And so that's it. I just nerd out on this stuff. So to me, it's not what else would I do, because there's a lot of other things that I'm doing. But it's giving so much to me that it's like, there's no way I can hold that to myself, or, you know, for as long as I can, you know, as long as I'm willing and able to do it, you know. And, you know, there's times that, you know, right now I've had to shift because of like the full-time thing and I've had to shift. So you start to learn how to shift that energy. I think maybe the finance I would give it is learning to shift your energy around. Because, you know, I like to think that I have a lot of energy, but you still have to shift it. You know, sometimes it means unplugging people, right? Because when you have a lot of energy, people tend to plug in. And so, like, no, like, I can't let everybody plug in. You know, and the same thing, I can't plug into everybody either. And, you know, just evolving. And it's hard because you go through years that you don't want to, you know, we're old school or whatever, you know what I mean? And just like everything else, it's nostalgic. But just understanding that, okay, this is not about us. This is, you know, it's still a youthful culture. It's driven by the youth, so it's about them, you know. And they're going to be rebellious, and that's their job. And they're going to say, screw these traditions and screw whatever it is. And, you know, you just, once you go out through the cycles a few times and you're like, okay, I'm not tripping, because yeah, it's cool. This is going to settle down, and then we'll get back to, you know, so staying in love with it, man. Just staying in love with it. I think the homie Gapi in Spain, I interviewed him, and he had a great answer about that. He's like just looking at everything with brand new eyes again. I mean, if trap comes in, then okay, there's something about trap music that all these kids like. Let me listen to it with brand new eyes instead of like these old eyes and these old ears that are. And I'm like, that's it. You just you know, and you might like it, you might not like it, but so I try it. But like again, it's always a work in progress, man. So, you know, just all the people that have been that I've been fortunate enough to call family and to call crew, and, you know, other people, you know, like yourself, that I've been able to meet through all of this. It's a beautiful community. So, you know, as long as, you know, Dave Chappelle just said it right, like, you know, we can't make the whole world better, but we can make a little corner of it, you know. So whatever corner I'm in, I just want to leave it better than I found it, you know. And if it manifests itself into a crew, then that's what it is.
Love it.